So now you're in prison doing 31 to life. And when it comes to these 2 life sentences, you can get 3 years to life, end up doing your whole life. So you don't know if you're ever getting out.
Right.
So did you accept at some point that I'm going to die in prison, or did you always have a hope that you're getting out?
Yeah, I always thought I was going to die in prison. At the time that I was incarcerated, so prior to even going there, I wrote the song Deadly Game about the 3 strikes law. The tragic, unfortunate death of Poly Class led to them creating the 3 strikes law legislation. And when that got approved, they started throwing niggas away 25 to life for stealing a slice of pizza, 25 to life for using the deodorant and putting it back on the shelf. They start fucking niggas over. So I'm inspired by Cube. I'm on my Cube shit. So I'm writing this politically driven because that's what West Coast gangster shit supposed to do. We supposed to represent on behalf of social issues. We supposed to be the niggas that stand up. We supposed to be on our Public Enemy meets Rakim, meets Ice Cube, meets Scarface type energy. Tupac, that's what the fuck we was supposed, that's West Coast hip hop. So that's what I was on. So I write that song explaining exactly what the 3 strikes law was because I just understood it. So at the time that I entered the prison system, only 3% of people with indeterminate sentences were being granted parole. And that means you had to suck the warden's dick for 30 years and be his motherfucking, you had to be that nigga's secretary, nigga, in there. You got everything but a badge. Yeah, they got him like that. They've been in there so long and the nigga got a motherfucking C number, B number. This nigga in here, warden's clerk, 70 years old, and they let his ass go home. And he white as fuck, by the way. It ain't gonna be a nigga in that 3%. And that's counting the females who they let go too, which probably would have decreased that number if we look at it, whether they were male or female. So I know what I know for sure. And the homies telling me, cause it's ugly. So I'm burpees and whatever, getting ready to go to Tracy. Like I'm worried about now, I gotta go to the motherfucking ranch, the RCCC. Nigga is Gladiator in there too. Yeah, I got to go up in there, survive that, get to the bus, go to Tracy, and now I'm at Tracy with the big homie No Love. So the Triple Threat 3 we were talking about, Mike Caraway, was at Tracy waiting for me. So Tracy is the Northern Reception Center. It's our version of Chino, our version of like Tehachapi type shit. So we go to Tracy, DVI, Dual Vocational Institute, in Tracy, California. And it's like NC headquarters, all the homies up in this bitch. So it's Garden Block niggas, it's Northside gangster niggas, Southside niggas from Stockton, California. We got the Merceds, the San Jose's, the Easties, we all together. And so anybody to think that I was worried about something, I just dropped Exorcist. I'm in Playboy magazine. I'm on the cover of Murder Dog. I'm in the Source. Everybody reporting I'm on the news, and the news that airs in my hometown airs in Tracy too. So I'm the nigga when I show up. And Bo on All Eyes on Me with Tupac, and that's out, booming, on its way to 10 million sold. So, nigga, we the niggas. I hit the yard, the big homie in the cell, No Love, who is Michael Caraway from the Triple Threat 3, and that's where they put me in the cell because. So I do my orientation period, and then you only getting like an hour outside or some shit like that. You can't go outside. And so I end up, me and Cuz, when I finally get through it, No Love had a violation. He was on his way home. And then a lot of the other homies, Big Cam, Big BK, the one that gave me that sack to pay for my shit was there. Cuz cried when I came in there, cried, gave me a hug, was hurt to see me in that bitch. The homie CJ was there. My homeboy Squabbler showed up from 29th Street, real nigga. So I end up, me and Cuz I get off orientation and we moving around, going to breakfast, dinner, day rooms, going outside, getting our little, you could do the patio yard when you on orientation, but you couldn't go outside. And so finally I get cleared and me and No Love walking outside and we look up and there's a nigga in the window screaming at us. I look up there and it was C-Bo, this nigga Bo up there. And so No Love left, and I went upstairs with Bo, and me and Cuz ended up being Sullies. He did his 10 working days of orientation, and then me and Bo was moving around. So you got X-Rated and C-Bo in the cell together. And like, Tracy gave me an unrealistic expectation of what my prison experience was gonna be, because we was just so thick. It was just like, it's niggas who didn't like it, You know, but what you gonna do? Get beat the fuck up, nigga? It wasn't enough of them niggas. And they real niggas. But it ain't enough. 3 of you niggas ain't whooping nobody, nigga. And so it was what it was. We was moving around. Me and Bo didn't give a fuck what nobody was talking about. We ended up working in the kitchen and shit. We in there, nigga, bitches trying to fuck, all kind of shit. We was G'd up. X-rated and SIBO walking around together on a prison yard in Northern California. If a motherfucker don't think we had the keys to that bitch, then they smoking some fantastic shit. They smoking good. So me and Bo living, we upstairs, that's when we find out Pac was died. So we writing rhymes on some, when you go home, he gonna sign the Machiavelli records. It's up, you know, it's on. So they come tell us Pac got shot. Police at our door all crying and shit. A bitch at the door crying. Her sergeant screaming at her, get the fuck off of that door. They like, all the bitches was always on our door. They open the door and just be out of pocket. Nigga, body language horrible. Like, I used to have to tell bitches, like, cuz you gotta, they'd say some shit right in front of a nigga. I'd be like, you can't talk like that in front of these niggas. Them bitches was choosing. They was willing to risk it all. They was trying to risk it all. Hey, so, yeah, the bitch tell us that Pac got shot, and me and Bo was like, Bo was like, this nigga always getting shot. That nigga, we gonna be fine. And we keep working and shit, and then they came back and told us that Pac had passed away, and I had to watch Bo absorb that, you know what I mean? What that meant for his life, his career. If Pac lives and Bo goes home, nothing's the same. Even me coming home, how I came home, everything is different. Inshallah, it would have been different. And so, that was a cold thing. It still give me goosebumps, cuz. Look at that shit. Watching Bo process that was a trip. And so we like, all right, nigga, we got to do with the album till my casket drops. Still got to be what it is. So I gave Bo my every rhyme I ever wrote, cause I don't know I'm gonna be able to record a song again. You know, they like already in the newspaper talking about he sure won't be able to pull that off when he gets to prison. I don't know what the county jail allowed him to do, but our facilities will never go for that. That won't happen when he gets to prison. I was like, you know, I didn't know if that was true or not. Turns out it was easier to do in prison than it was in the county jail. So yeah, me and Bo just finished working on the album. I gave him Deadly Game. I gave him everything I had. He recorded some, didn't record others and shit. We wrote I had all the chorus, verse 1, second chorus, and half of verse 2 of Mr. 357. And then they came and got Bo and sent him to the dorms. So because of our time, me and SIBO end up going in 2 different directions. Your prison experience is predicated on the amount of time that you have. So this could be fucked up if you one of them niggas who used the deodorant and put it back or stole a slice of pizza. You gonna be next door to the nigga that killed 7 motherfuckers. And you ain't built like that. You just a hungry dope fiend. You know what I mean? But you got 25 to life because of a petty and a prior. Your ass on the yard at Folsom. You on the yard at Corcoran, nigga. You better. We gonna find out what the fuck you about. You got a 30 days, 2-3 weeks for niggas to find out they can't play with you. And so I saw a lot of that. So because the point system operates off of the severity of your crime and the length of time that you have to serve, me and Bo went in 2 different directions because I think he had the joint suspension with the probation violation shit. And so they put him in a dorm and we stayed in the cells, and I moved Squabbler in with me until I finally cleared classification and ended up going to New Folsom. I ended up being at CSP Sacramento.